The era of Prohibition in the United States, spanning from 1920 to 1933, remains one of the most fascinating and controversial periods in American history. Championed by its supporters as a noble experiment, Prohibition sought to eliminate the social ills associated with alcohol consumption. This recording delves into the multifaceted reasons behind the Prohibition movement, its positive impacts on society, and the political forces that championed this cause. The reasons behind Prohibition. The movement to ban alcohol in the United States was not a sudden or arbitrary decision. It was the culmination of decades of advocacy by temperance movements which argued that alcohol was the root cause of many societal problems, including poverty, violence, and the disintegration of family values. Supporters believed that by eliminating access to alcohol, society could address these issues at their source. Religious and moral convictions also played a significant role, with many viewing alcohol consumption as sinful or detrimental to one's spiritual well-being. Economic arguments also bolstered the case for prohibition. Advocates suggested that alcohol consumption led to decreased productivity among workers and drained resources from families, pushing them into poverty. By eliminating alcohol, they argued economic efficiency would improve and families would be more financially stable. Social positive impact. The initial years of Prohibition saw several positive outcomes that supporters hailed as evidence of its success. One of the most significant impacts was a reduction in alcohol-related diseases and health issues. Liver cirrhosis rates, for instance, saw a marked decrease during this period. There was also a decline in public drunkenness and alcohol-related arrests, which many attributed to the reduced availability of alcohol. Prohibition also had an unintended positive impact on the soft drink and entertainment industries. With bars and saloons closed, people sought alternative forms of socialization, leading to the rise of soda fountains and coffee shops. The entertainment industry, including cinemas and theaters, also saw a boost as people looked for new ways to enjoy their leisure time without alcohol. Political supporters and the temperance movement. The push for prohibition was supported by a diverse coalition of political and social groups. The temperance movement, which had been gaining momentum since the late 19th century, was at the forefront, driven by organizations such as the Women's Christian Temperance Union (WCTU) and the Anti-Saloon League (ASL). These groups were highly effective in lobbying for local dry laws even before national prohibition was enacted. Politically, prohibition transcended party lines, with both Democrats and Republicans supporting the cause. The rural-urban divide also played a significant role, with rural and small-town Americans more likely to support prohibition, viewing it as a way to combat the perceived moral decay of urban centers. Prominent political figures, including presidents and congressmen, aligned themselves with the prohibition movement, further legitimizing the cause. In closing, the era of Prohibition is often remembered for its failures, notably the rise of organized crime and the eventual repeal of the 18th Amendment. However, from the perspective of its supporters, Prohibition was a sincere effort to improve American society by addressing the perceived root cause of many of its ills. While the noble experiment may not have achieved its ultimate goal, it brought significant changes to American society and politics, some of which are still felt today. The movement demonstrated the power of grassroots political activism and the potential for moral and social issues to shape national policy. It also sparked a national conversation about individual rights, government intervention in personal lives, and the role of alcohol in society, a conversation that continues to evolve to this day. In retrospect, the era of Prohibition serves as a complex chapter in American history, embodying the tensions between freedom and control, individual desires and societal health. While it may be viewed by many as a failed experiment, it undeniably shaped the course of the nation and left a lasting legacy on American society and governance. For enthusiasts of the Prohibition Era and Ephemera, check out historycollectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history. Also, a free, easy way to support the efforts of this channel is to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you for listening.